Hello everyone, it's me Rowella Centeno from STEM to Algiri, and for today I will be discussing on how to get the resultant vector using graphical method and component method. So what are you waiting for? Keep on watching! Vector. It is a quantity with both magnitude and direction. Resultant vector. It is the result of adding two or more vectors together. So first, we're going to find the resultant vector using the graphical method. These are the given vectors. Here you will see the direction. This is going to be our Cartesian plane.
This is going to be our x-axis. And this is going to be our y-axis.
North of east is going to be our quadrant 1. North of west is going to be our quadrant 2. South of west is going to be our quadrant 3. And the south of east is going to be our quadrant 4. First is we're going to make a Cartesian plane. This is going to be our x-axis and y-axis. But before that, as you can see, there is written 40 degree, 30 degree, and 65 degree. Those are reference angle. First thing to do is graph the first vector, which is 5 Newton at east. As you can see, yung first vector natin wala siyang degree. Kasi, east lang siya, ibig sabihin, one direction lang siya. Unlike sa second vector na north to east, ibig sabihin north to east, eto siya. Marami siyang pwedeng maging itsura ng vector. Kasi 0 to 90 degree siya.
So pag binigay is yung north, south, east, and west, madali mong malalaman na pagka north, up, south, downward, east, right side, and yung west is left side.
First is 5 Newton at east. At east, ibig sabihin, one direction lang siya. So, we're going to use the centimeter in the ruler para masukat natin. So, sabi, 5 Newton. Itapat natin yung 0. And then, gumamit tayo ng ibang color ng pen or color. And itapat natin siya sa 5 Newton. Tapos, lagyan nyo lang siya ng arrow dito. This is going to be our first vector, which is 5 Newton. So, next is magdodrawing lang tayo ng panibagong Cartesian plane. Maliit lang. Ito yung magiging reference natin para sa second vector. And this is going to be our y-axis and x-axis. So next, igagraph na natin yung second vector natin, which is 7 Newton at 40 degree north to east. Diba katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, north to east, ibig sabihin dito siya. So, kunin natin si protractor and itapat natin yung center sa origin. And ang sabi, 40 degree, ibig sabihin, eto siya. Tapos, itatapat lang natin, tapos lalagyan natin ng dot. So, ayan na yung 40 degree natin. Then, 7 Newton, kunin ulit natin yung ruler, and itapat natin sa 0. Dito na natin siya, yan. 7, 0. Tapos, kuha ulit tayo ng ibang color ng pen, and draw. So, this is our second vector. This is 7 Newton. Tapos, lagyan lang natin siya ulit dito ng arrow. And, ang tinutukoy na 40 degrees dito ay ito. This is the 40 degree. And, after nun, drawing lang ulit tayo ng panibagong Cartesian plane. Ito na yung pangatlo nating Cartesian plane. And ito na ulit yung ating y-axis and dito naman yung ating x-axis. So, ang third natin is 10 Newton at south. Ibig sabihin south, ito, pababa lang siya. So, dito, tatapat ulit natin yung 0. And then, kuha ulit tayo ng different color. And from 0 to 10. So, this is our third vector, which is 10 Newton. Tapos lagyan natin siya ulit na arrow. And next, maglagay ulit tayo ng Cartesian plane for our fourth vector. So, ito na ulit yung bago nating x-axis and y-axis. So, ang sabi dito is 4 Newton at 30 degrees north to west. Ibig sabihin north to west, ibig sabihin pa ganyan siya. Pa ganon, pa ganon. So, kunin natin ulit yung protractor. Tapat ulit natin siya sa origin. And then, hanapin natin yung 10, 20, 30. So, dito siya. Yan, tuldukan lang natin. And then, kuha tayo ng ruler. Ang sabi ay 4 Newton. Ibig sabihin, gawa ulit tayo ng ibang kulay. And, yeah. So, yan. And, ang tinutukoy na 30 degrees ay ito. Ito yung reference angle. 30 degrees. So, this is our fourth vector. And its magnitude is 4 Newton. And now, we're going to put our last Cartesian plane for the y-axis and for the x-axis. So, it says there that 7 Newton at 65 degrees south to west. Kunin na ulit natin ang ating protractor. At this time, nakapabaliktad naman siya. Tapat ulit sa origin. And hanapin ang 65. Yan lang natin siya ng dot. And then 7 Newton. Don't forget to use different color. And that is our fifth vector. Fifth vector, which has the magnitude of 7 Newton. So, babalik tayo sa ating first Cartesian plane at itatapat lang natin ang ating ruler at pagduduktungin lang natin sila. And this is what we called which has .5 Newton. So, for the reference, ito siya. So, let's get our protractor. Tapat sa origin. 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 6. And for the final answer, resultant vector is equals to 10.5 Newton at 66 degree south to east. After finding the resultant vector using graphical method, now we're going to find the resultant vector using component method. So first, we're going to copy the given vector. First and fifth. Second is we're going to look for the magnitude of each vector. 5 and 7 Newton. And last, we're going to look for the degree of each vector. East. Pag ganyan siya. Sinabi ko na kanina na pag west, to east, automatically na 0 degrees sila. Unlike sa north to south, automatically na 90 degrees sila. So, this will be 0 degrees and 40 degrees and south, north-south, 90 degrees, 30 degrees, and last, 65 degrees. And after that, we're going to look for the x component and y component. Formula of x, we have r cos sine theta, and for the formula of y, we have r sine theta. But before that, we need to look for the sign of each table. So as you can see, there is a table here. This is going to be our guide in finding the sign for each table.
As I said a while ago na this is our x-axis and this is our y-axis. So sa first vector natin, sabi dyan east. So, ito yan east. So, automatic na, 0 na yung y natin. So, ang sign niya for the x is, di ba lahat to, dahil nasa x-axis siya, lahat positive. So, ang sign niya ay magiging positive. So, for the second vector natin is north to east. North to east, ibig sabihin ito siya, north to east. So, ibig sabihin, ang sign niya ay positive, positive. Next is south and south. Ang south, naglalay siya sa y. So, ibig sabihin, automatic na yung x niya ay 0. And dahil pababa siya, negative. Next is north to west. North to west, ibig sabihin dito siya, sabihin, negative, positive. And last, south to west. South to west, ibig sabihin, pag ganyan siya, which is, para silang negative. After finding the sign, now we're going to solve for the x component and y component. So guys, kung nagtataka kayo kung saan kunin yung r, ito siya, magnitude. And yung data is yung degrees.
So let's get our calculator. For number 1, press 5 for the magnitude and cosine, and 0 for the degrees, equals to 5. And let's just continue the process. And now we're going to look for the resultant of x and for the resultant of y by just simply adding. After adding both x and y component, in the resultant of x, we got 3.94, and for the resultant of y, we get negative 9.84.
And now, isolve na natin ang resultant vector. Ang formula ng resultant vector is square root of resultant of x squared plus resultant of y squared.
And after that, papalitan lang natin yung value, which is, eto, 3.94 squared plus negative 9.84 squared. Let's use our calculator to get the answer. And we have 10.59 or 10.60. Para makuha natin ang direction, ang formula for data is inverse of tangent of resultant of y over resultant of x. And papalitan lang natin yung value. 9.84 over 3.94. And now, let's look for the answer. So, by pressing calculator, we will get negative 68.117.
After nito, absolute value, and ito na yung final answer. And for our final answer, the resultant vector is 10.6 Newton at 68.17 south of east.